Welcome to this short video on postmodernism. Firstly, it is one of the four frames which is part of the syllabus content. It is possibly the most complex of the four frames, hence this video to help you understand what it is. Post refers to what comes after. So postmodernism is what comes after modernism. But what is modernism? Well, essentially modernism was a movement or a whole range of movements that started in the 1850s, 1860s approximately, and continued all the way through to the 1950s, so almost 100 years. And essentially, modernism believed that science could deliver truth, or religion could deliver truth, or human reason and logic is above faith. Now that's a really simplistic way of explaining modernism because there's lots more to it, but for the sake of what we're trying to explain about postmodernism, that will do. Simplistically, postmodernism is about challenging everything that has gone before. It challenges three main areas: meta-narratives, constructs, and traditions. A meta-narrative is the big story, how a culture or individual provides a structure for their beliefs, giving meaning to their experiences. A construct is an idea or theory that is subjective and not based on evidence, whereas traditions are the long-held customs or beliefs that have been passed down from one generation to the next. Postmodernism deals with big ideas, and these ideas are the basis of how we understand, navigate, and relate to our world. It questions truth and asks, is there anything that is really true? These ideas are called constructs, and essentially this means Western thought has constructed or built these ideas to explain and understand the world in which we live, often justifying our behaviour. Some examples of constructs are: history is accurate. Western thoughts, society and values are superior to all others. Science is the saviour of the world. There are claims that through logic and technology we will evolve into a more enlightened society. We've only become more efficient at killing each other and repairing the damage. All people are logical and use reason to make their decisions. Men are more powerful and intelligent than women. These are just a few of numerous constructs that some people accept as truth. Postmodernism asks the audience to reconsider their truth. So now you've heard about the conceptual aspect behind postmodernism. Now we need to have a look at the more practical application of how artists use postmodernism or use particular tools or characteristics so that you can identify when an artwork is actually actively using postmodern strategies. Postmodernism is not an art movement, but a way of analysing meta-narratives, constructs, and traditions. Postmodernism has a number of significant characteristics. There are more than this, but these are the headlines. Appropriation is essentially artists borrowing or copying imagery and ideas from other sources. This could be the artworks of other well-known artists or popular culture ideas or past art movements. Recontextualization is quite literally giving an idea, an image, or a piece of text a new context to be understood in. It relies on the audience recognizing the original work and then builds new layers of meaning into that image, piece of text, or idea. These new ways of understanding the source often address constructs in the artist's world. The billboard image advertising the jeans brand Marith and Francois relies heavily on the audience recognizing the composition of the original artwork. The advertiser's choice to recontextualize Da Vinci's Last Supper is deliberately controversial in its choice to have it cast by women. There is one man with his back seductively bare. The ad was created in 2005, playing on the success of the book The Da Vinci Code, which suggested that the figure of John in Da Vinci's work was actually Mary Magdalene in disguise. The poster created the controversy required to make the product more desirable by causing such offence as to be pulled down in Paris and Milan. The publicity was priceless, just like the original artwork that was appropriated. The reaction to the poster is quite significant in terms of constructs of how women are perceived still in the 21st century. Irony is the use of words or imagery to communicate a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning. Look at Duchamp's sculpture. The irony is the title. It is a men's urinal, and Duchamp has called the artwork Fountain. Duchamp's work also uses parody as it mocks the art establishment, who at the time believed that the value of an artwork was in the skill of the artist in making the work. Duchamp challenged this thinking, suggesting that concept was far more important than skill, and that artworks must reflect the times. When this artwork was made, technology and mechanization with a new future. Satire, where immorality, foolishness, abuses and shortcomings are held up to ridicule, ideally with the intent of shaming individuals, corporations, government or society itself into improvement. Although satire is usually meant to be funny, its greater purpose is often constructive social criticism using wit and humour as a weapon. In Banksy's work Sweeping It Under the Carpet, he comments on British society's tendency to ignore social problems as an easier solution than tackling them head-on. The final two are fairly self-explanatory. The use of non-traditional materials is challenging society and challenging traditions in particular, while the other aspect of being confrontational is making artworks deliberately ugly or upsetting. So in summary, postmodernism is not an art movement, but a way of thinking and analysing. And postmodern artists analyse society's meta-narratives, our constructs and our traditions through a variety of specific techniques. Appropriation, recontextualization, irony, parody and satire. I hope this video has helped. Thanks for listening.